Yeah, so it's Wim here, founder of TopLeft, and today I'm excited to introduce one of our partners who's become very valuable to us, Melvyn Bulkes. Welcome, Melvyn.
Hey, thank you very much, Wim. Hi, everybody.
Yeah,
My name is Melvyn Bulkes, and I work as a business transformation coach, helping companies to change the way they lead and the ways of working as well.
yeah. Yes, if you've been wanting to adopt Lean, Agile, Kanban, and those leadership principles in your MSP, and you feel like there's more potential in your team, this is for you. Uh,
The-
yeah, Melvyn, for those who haven't met you yet or haven't worked with you, we've done webinars and such, but yeah, what's your background and who do you love working with?
yeah, definitely. So my background, I used to be a software engineer. That's how I started my career. But then I moved into infrastructure, and then I become a project manager. I work as a manager, and then long time ago I started working with Agile, with Lean, and slowly transforming into a coach. And from working with teams, now I work with companies, from small companies all the way up to enterprises.
Yeah,
Um,
awesome. So yeah, you've worked with a lot of technical teams, service leaders, etc.
def-
What
Definitely.
patterns do you see all over like over and over that keep them back from scaling and just delivering good service?
Yeah, I
What,
would
what
say the same. It's always the same, and it doesn't matter these days what type of company or team you are. Yes, we talk about MSPs, but at the end of the day, you have a queue of work, you have a team, and it's all about making sure that we are able to improve flow, we are able to visualize our workload with a Kanban board. You have TopLeft in that case, and you are able to build your team, right? So you have cross-skilling, people helping each other and collaborating, and as a team and as a company goes the same, right? So that's a common pattern across any companies, IT, non-IT. It's always the same.
yeah. So yeah, well, I guess what drew you to these frameworks to begin with?
Well, all begins, yeah, many years ago when I was a project manager and trying to apply waterfall and ways of working and chasing people around. It didn't make sense, right? So it was a lot of waste, a lot of effort to try to have an update, and then slowly I start trying to change the ways of working, and then I found Scrum, and it was like, oh, that makes sense because it was a bit of what I was doing, and it was a journey, a lot of experimentation with Kanban, Scrum, different tools, people management as well, uh, from micromanagement to empowering teams. So it has been a journey, if I'm honest.
Yeah. So I guess like how do you make these frameworks actually stick in a real world like MSP? Like it's one thing to read the book or do a Scrum Master, but how do you get it to stick when you coach your clients?
Well, that's one of the challenges in my experience, and I guess that's why I learned it works. Is that you can do a bit of training for sure. What's Kanban, what's Scrum, all these things, but then they need a bit of mentoring and coaching because if not, it will not work, right? So if you go to a training, doesn't matter, a day, half a day, 2 days, and you get a certification, then how do you put it into practice? So, and it doesn't need to be coaching 8 hours a day, right? So an hour here, a couple of hours there, but it takes time. That there is a mindset shift that needs to happen, and if not, you will go back to the old ways of working. So that time depends on the company and how long they have been working on the old ways of working, right? And it could take 3 to 6 months. I have had customers where it took 9 to 12 months. Depends, right? Depends on the. I would say the same. How fast you can go depends on how fast the management team will be able and open to do that change. Because if they are not open and they are not going to follow and they don't believe on it, then it's not going to happen. Then it will take longer. Right?
Yeah. Okay. And then so I guess yeah, how hands on do you get with your clients with your
Um,
coaching?
well, I it depends on the customer, right? So sometimes I just do it for them in the sense of I show them how it works. I'm not going to stay there forever. My approach is I will show you how I can do it. Let's say I can facilitate a daily stand-up or daily huddle. Perfect. I can do it for you 1 day, 2 days, third day you will do it yourself, right? Because the best way to learn is to experiment. And then I will be shadowing you and I will giving you tips, and then you will go, and then we may have an hour in 2 weeks time. Oh, this is what I'm finding, I'm struggling with this, and then we can share experiences, or you can call me anytime. But yeah, I get hands-on because sometimes some people want to see how you do it, and then they will follow you. Some people are different, they will want to jump into the water, and then you can guide them from outside. It depends.
Yep. Okay, and I guess you got a story from a client where by implementing the principles and the framework that it really made a difference in the business, like some measurable outcome.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, how many usually the success and the success stories are usually the same, right? So from people having 3-4 years all tickets on the queue, big mess, not meeting SLAs, customers angry, people not motivated at all, going through the transformation, and I'm going to be quite honest. Sometimes I'm giving a week or two, show me what you can do, and then change happens quite fast, but then it takes a bit more to stick into it, right? But success is usually, in my experience, what you can measure for sure with metrics, but the best thing I can say is that you move from that stress when you think that you are missing deadlines and customers are angry, to no more stress, you're delivering on time. Yeah, for sure, every now and then you have dependencies that may hit your deadlines, and that's normal, but you can avoid them or you can mitigate them. There is no more stress, your queues are up to date, and you can see it on people, right? So you can see that they're happy, they are there is no more stress. Management is facilitating, they are not command and controlling or spoon feeding people, and that's the best thing that you can see, right?
Yeah. Okay, so for like a manager or like a CEO listening to this and they're interested, they're intrigued, I guess what does that first conversation look like?
Um, Usually it's just a normal conversation, trying to understand their pain points. That will give me a bit of an overview on what I can offer them, and then from there, usually depends, right? So some people will be like, we want a full implementation. I always say the same. Sometimes it's better to start with, let's experiment, let's get just maybe one team or one project, let's give it a go, see how that fit on your company, and then from there we can scale it. Some people are like, we want big bang, let's go with it. But yeah, usually it's just a normal conversation, trying to understand the pains, and from there we can discuss, and I can and usually my experience is that I will start sharing knowledge, and I will start sharing things with you straight away. So that's usually beneficial because you can give it a go based on what I'm telling you, and then you can call me back if you're interested, and definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's perfect there. So if people want to connect with Melvyn, obviously we got the link on this page here. We have a link to his calendar and to reach out to him. And obviously he's got your website is melvynbulkes.com. So that's linked there. And highly recommend it. So we've had Melvyn in for multiple trainings and webinars and paid trainings as well, a whole full day, 2-day training. So reach out. So thank you, Melvyn.
Thank you very much, Wim. See you.